I'm Ron. I'm from Palestine, and I'm an engineer. I'm one of the Palestine Network team. I work with them, and I'm here because I'm interested in youth issues.
My name is Fouad Zahouri, originally from Ramallah. Moved to the States, to Washington, D.C. 47 years ago. And I was looking for a project that we are able to help the youth to discover their own self-esteem and to give them hope. So we came up with an idea. We called it Arab AmeriCare, and it's a foundation tax where we created a program that has an internship. We take students from the last year college from Birzeit University, and we place them in a field where they are majoring. For example, technology, finance, hospitality. And what we do is we give them $150 a month for 15 to 20 hours a week work, and they gain the experience from where they are working. And then we have a partnership with the University of Birzeit, where that partnership created the cooperation in identifying the students. The other part of the program, what we call community service, because we feel like the Palestinian youth have lost the value of being volunteers. So we take every week 60 students between the 7th grade to the 11th grade out into the community, cleaning streets, planting trees, spending a couple of hours at a hospital with the adults, with the senior citizens. And then the other part of the program, for the students who are struggling with the tawjihi, we help them to prepare in certain topics that they need help with.
I'm originally from Beit Sahur. I've been living in the States for the last 41 years. I'm a member of St. George Christian Orthodox Church in Indianapolis, and I lead the youth group, the altar server group. We also, as a church, have belonged to the Archdiocese, which has a camp that hosts about 500 students. And what we'd like to do is hopefully have some kind of an exchange program in hosting some of the students from Bethlehem, from Palestine.
So I would just, if anyone has an established idea for a project, to share it with us. An established and concrete idea to develop our project. For example, personally, I would like to second Odette's idea that we need to establish a global network for Palestinian youth so they can interact and they can develop ideas and projects at a later stage. Because we will not be able, because we have diverse backgrounds, diverse ideas, diverse passions. So we need to open a second forum for you guys and those who didn't have the chance to come here, to give them the chance to rebuild and reconnect with the globality of Palestinian youth.
It sounds nothing new. However, the goal of this project is to strengthen relationship between the youth Palestinians and friends of Palestine overseas with Palestine, and to meet the needs of the natives, Palestinians in their own countries. Let's just think about updating or sending information about Palestinian, fresh information about Palestinian, what's going on in a Spanish language, in different languages around the world, and again to target youth issues and to exploring Palestine, and on the other hand to bring youth people to Palestine here for guided tours for 1 month, for 3 weeks. This is not my genuine idea actually, it's an Israeli idea, Jewish idea that they are doing that all the time.
Besides the youth network, I would also like to second his motion to create a propaganda plan or something like that to show people another face of Palestine, because people are tired to see kids throwing stones and houses being demolished. So we have to humanize our people. We have to show them the things, the positive things, well, the beauty of Palestine, our essence, our traditions, our culture, Because that way people can understand us better and understand you are people, you have the right, you have traditions, you have the right to be in a land. So we have to gain their hearts first and then tell them, now I need you to help me gain my land back. Because you like my land, we are good people, we have traditions, we have culture, don't let this die also. So we have to really concentrate in showing people something different about Palestine.
As a Health World Committee, every year we have international camp, solidarity camp for international youth. They came from everywhere, from all of Europe and different countries to Palestine. We make for them tours in all the Palestinian cities, inside Jerusalem, West Bank, occupied places in 48, and lectures, workshops. And then when they come back to their cities, they do campaigns or solidarity works or activities for Palestine. The second example is alternative tours in Jerusalem. It's very good tours. We call it alternative tours because there is a lot of information, Israeli occupation information, up to change and to lie in the history and the reality. It's important and it's like the propaganda, but it's life to know the reality in Jerusalem.
I work since 2001 and I'm co-founder of Students Arab for Palestine organization in my city. And for my experience, I know that, and I'm sure that the work must be focused in three important things. One, the audiovisual, the Palestinian Network should organize.
Carlos, sorry, we are not talking about Palestine Network, we are talking about something for you.
Yeah. Please don't interrupt me.
No, just want to
yes, the audiovisual data of the best quality, short, statistical fonts and explicative for the youth in all the world. Acknowledge, we must know in whole world this kind of programs like the professors that you talk about. This must be known by us in the whole world. And I think it should be a property here in Palestine, a house where youth in whole world can use as a base to come here.
For 2 or 3 days ago, I went to a refugee camp and I saw a lot of kids on the streets. We also need them to get away from the streets because we are only raising bad kids, if you know what I mean, if they just stay on the streets and doing nothing. So I think that our focus should be to establish a club or a house where these kids can go and play computer, can play football, can do something, something like that, just to get them off the street, just to give them another chance or another hope. And I think that should be our primary focus.
In my first time in Palestine, I came to a summer camp in the north, 48, near Nazareth. It was a great experience, and I think that our work must be to bring young people from the world, from all the world, and to make them an alternative tourism to see the reality in Palestine, and they must help the people in the camps and wherever are needs. And the second point, we must bring people to learn Arabic. We are losing our language. We are third generation in Chile or Latin America, and maybe in Europe. In 30 years more 30 years, will happen the same.